Thomas Tuchel is there now. Here he is with Gabriel.
Well done. Breathless, brilliant at times. How do you sum it up?
Good second half, good reaction. I think first half was a bit complicated for us. I felt it's a bit nervy, and the decisions we took, they were basically we choose to go safe and play too many balls backwards. We struggled to find the rhythm, didn't have the confidence to go through the gaps and find a rhythm with some short passes and then the switch off play. And just saw a statistic of 33% ground duels won in the first half and 73 in the second half. So even off the ball, I felt us not brave enough, not committed enough together. And I love the reaction of the players into the second half. And the second half was excellent. And we deserved to win, but it was emotional. A lot of emotions involved, and it took us a while to get going, but we did get going, and that's the positive.
Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham have both paid due credit to what you said at half-time. Harry Kane called it a speech. It made a big difference.
Just reinforce. I just said, like, even if we, I said, even if we lose, it will not change my perception of the last 17 days. But let's do it our way. We're too focused on the result. We're too focused on protecting what we anyway don't have at the moment. And the second goal was just an example. We were seven. I think we were a back seven, and we didn't defend the goal. So why to be a back seven if we anyway? So if something happens, if the result doesn't go our way, we want to play this match the way we want to and the way we were together for 17 days. And I just tried to encourage them to go for it.
You certainly did. You went for Jude Bellingham to start. He's rewarded that, hasn't he, with a wonderful goal and performance. A tournament player.
Not a very good player. He deserves to start, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to then fight for his place, to keep his place. That's what he did. It was good.
And how do you view this then, Thomas, as a start? Declan Rice has said he's okay. We hope others are okay. How do you view this then as a start?
Let's see. I hope they are okay, because normally I would never take Declan out, but I didn't want to take any risk, and I think the reaction, like I said, was excellent. The effort was enormous, because we lost. We were not very clean when we won balls with the first and the second touch after a ball win. We were we were not clean enough. We lost a lot of these moments, and then you work a lot to. A ball loss after a ball win is maybe the most tiring thing you can have. We have a lot of them, so we are exhausted. But don't get me wrong, I love exhausted players in the dressing room, and I think we needed this. This is a strong opponent. It's pressure. It's the first game in the tournament. We got our win, so today there's only positives, and tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we fix all the other stuff.
Thank you. Well done.
Well, Joel is our stat man par excellence. He's just said it's England's first 4-2 win in the World Cup since...
Probably 66. I had a feeling we'd mention that at some stage.
Well, Gary, very good to hear from Jude Bellingham. He speaks very well, very maturely. He's done an awful lot in his career already.
Yeah, Mark, one of the things over the last 12 to 18 months is that suggested that he doesn't like doing interviews, and that's one of the things that maybe has sort of irked his teammates at times. But it's not me to advise Jude Bellingham. When he speaks, he speaks beautifully, he speaks with confidence. He's got stature, he's a big game player. I think when he speaks, he's probably going to make his other teammates feel better because of the way in which he projects himself. So, look, it's great to see him. It was a great goal he scored, and he's a big game player. And look, there's doubts sometimes about these young lads and whether they've got potential to go the whole way. But he is absolutely fantastic as a football player.
Authority and authenticity, doesn't he?
Yeah, of course. And again, he's a big player, big expectation. And there's a reason there's a big expectation, because they can produce. They've got the belief, the confidence, and again, he spoke well there. And it is nice to see maybe another side to these players, because there's a lot of PR around him and social media, so it's nice to see him. And again, he stepped up to the plate today. That's the most important thing.
Well, my question at the beginning was, if England are going to go far, then either they're going to have a superstar or the elite players all have to play very well at the same time. If they're going to go far, Kane and Bellingham have to play really well. I think that's fairly self-evident.
I think that is, yeah. And what we saw is that, again, in this game, they both stepped up, and I'm sure that when the games get tougher, they'll do that again. But at the same time, I'll go with Gary. We've got to make sure that we are funneling it into those two, because they will deliver. They both will deliver. And I think, watching us today offensively, was really good to watch. You know, so it's a long time since I've seen an England team going forward with that much gusto, and it was brilliant. It's brilliant that we beat them like we did. I wouldn't say that Croatia were as great as we thought they might have been with their experience, their warriorship, but like, the fact is, we beat them, and we beat them quite comfortably in the end.
Yeah, and they scored, when you think of it, a tough international match, yes, they scored 4, could have been 7 or 8.
Yes.
They missed some really great chances, so it's not bad going.
Well, also, I think for people watching at home, because whoever they're supporting at home, they want to see lots of flowing football and some excitement. And as I said, I think at half-time, Messi got a hat-trick, Mbappe got 2, they looked the business, Haaland got 2, England have scored 4 goals. This is what we want on a broader scale, isn't it?
And it was probably tough on England waiting for their game to kick off, and they're seeing all that. So you could feel it before the game, and obviously we heard at half-time there was tension in the groove, which is only natural. So again, to turn out, we all watch football matches, we love team shape, we like tactics, we want to see goals, we want to see entertainment. And England provided that today.
You know what? Sorry, Gal, you want to say? Go on,
No, you go.
No, I was going to say, when you're younger and you watch the World Cup, you always want to watch that main player from that country and what he does. And the names you've mentioned there, they've all done something. So for all those young kids watching, they'll have seen their top guys do something. That'll make them really excited about the World Cup.
That's what I was just going to say. My first World Cup watching was 82, and it made me dream Brian Robson scoring that goal against France. And there's a kid there that's been watching, thousands of kids have been watching their first World Cup tonight. English fans, and they'll be feeling like the World Cup has just begun and we're making them dream. It's magic. It is magic football. Absolutely. Sometimes.
Just didn't score in 27 seconds like Brian Robson, that's all, but we'll let them off, I think, because, you know, it's going to be such a long World Cup. You said it would have been hard for England to have to wait that long. But at least they've got that out of the way. If they do progress, it's going to be 4 games in a very short space of time, which feeds back even more to this business of the whole squad, isn't it, as well? And if you're Morgan Rogers tonight, you're thinking, well, Jude Bellingham probably is going to start, but I just have to be ready to play my part, because it will happen.
Exactly. And what we've seen is that they will get an opportunity. You see, like someone like Bukayo Saka, Noni Madueke got his chance today, came up with something for us. You know, Bukayo Saka came on and set up a goal. You know, Rashford came on, Marcus Rashford came on and scored a goal. People will get a chance off the bench because it's going to be long and we're going to need everybody, and everybody has to be ready.
Who's impressed? I'm not talking about England now, I'm talking about the World Cup. Who's impressed you most so far, country-wise?
Well, obviously you look at the way Argentina, Messi's up and running. You'd be impressed today for England. Spain had a little bit of setback. But again, I try not to overanalyse after the first game. There'll be ups and downs along the way.
France,
of course, the key is France, of course, the usual stuff. But of course, the key is peaking at the right time.
Yes.
The way France played, the way Elise... I mean, we saw Patrick Vieira, who's with us this morning. He was like, the way Elise played as well, Gary. You're thinking, defensively, you would have to be absolutely on it when you're playing France like that.
Look, we've just talked about England running forward with speed and with electricity, and you watch those French forwards when they go forward, Elise and Mbappe and Dembele, all of them. They're unbelievable, honestly. The speed they've got in that attack is frightening, but we've got players who can run forward quickly. Rodgers, Rashford, Gordon, Saka, Madueke, Bellingham. I'm not saying they're all the same level as the players I've mentioned for France, but I'll tell you what, they'll cause massive problems for defences.
It's the World Cup, Gal. We're supposed to see top players frightening other people. We're frightening people now, I think, with what we've just shown as well. We're amongst that lot, Gal.
You know who else is very happy, don't you? The Boston pub owners. They've got 2 Scotland games and 1 England game.
Wow.
They have had the biggest touch of the World Cup, I think. It's absolutely phenomenal what's happened there.
Yeah.
So England go to Boston next to play Ghana, and we're going to have Scotland's game against Morocco on Friday in Boston as well. So that's going to be absolutely fantastic. We really hope to hear from Thomas Tuchel before we start thinking about the Ghana-Panama game, but at the moment the German hasn't come to see us just yet, so we will try and do that when it happens. OK, so from Croatia's point of view, does it feel like the sort of game that with Modric you go, maybe the time, well, obviously the time is near, but the time has come?
Yeah, most definitely, I think, at this level. Particularly against a brilliant team like England, who are over animal midfield. But don't be writing them off for this competition, because the last 2 games on paper look games Croatia more than capable of winning, and let's not be writing them off yet over the next few weeks.
Yeah, absolutely, because they did actually at 3-2. There was just 10 minutes, wasn't there, where England got dropped deeper and deeper and deeper, and you're thinking, don't invite them on too much,
No,
England.
but Mark, that's what I was saying about you're going to have to, at points in games for 10, 15, 20 minutes, soak up some pressure and be good at soaking up pressure and then counter-attack off it. So, look, England have got to play 2 or 3 different ways to get through the entirety of this tournament.
Done. It felt like almost at times one of those victories that you really can savour.
Yeah, I think the second half especially, we really showed what we were about and how the team we want to be was showed in the second half. The first half I think we were still a little bit nervy, a little bit cagey. I think we set up well defensively, pressed well, intensity was good without the ball, but with the ball probably rushed a little bit, and then second half I think we created a nicer rhythm, and that's where we saw the best of us.
Harry Kane told us there was a speech from the manager at half-time. That's how good the manager was at half-time.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't one of those where it was a big drama. He wasn't standing up shouting. It was, I think, just what the team needed. And to be fair, we have a mature group. We have great leaders in there, and I think everyone kind of knew the level that we had to get to and why we weren't hitting it. So yeah, we were very clear in the second half, and then obviously the early goal at the start of the second half gave us a good platform.
Well, that was your goal. It came at the end of a 23-man passing move.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I don't remember all 23. I remember Elliott's was pretty brilliant, and yeah, Noni was trying to take it off my toe, but no chance. And yeah, I just took it into the box and put it away. But obviously, the work that goes into creating those kind of plays is obviously one that takes us weeks to get right. And credit to the manager and his staff; they've put us all in a position to be in our best places to make the difference, and we did it there.
And the manager and Harry have said this is your stage. This is when Jude Bellingham, and we've seen it today, Jude. Will you relish it?
Yeah, well, it's my responsibility to the team and to my country is to give everything I have when I cross the line and you know wear that badge on the front, wear that number 10 on the back. I want to try and give everything that I have with and without the ball to the team. You know, it's been a long season for me. I've probably missed more camps than I would have liked, missed more games than I